Everybody. Well, Dakota. I don't think there's anybody else here. All right, you ready?
For what? Are you timing me?
To see how long it takes for you to be mean to me.
Oh
We got
Do you want me to be mean
10
to you?
seconds so far.
Oh,
No,
my
I'm just going to let this run and see how long it takes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What do you got there?
Got the stopwatch.
Yeah.
Right, and
This is the one you use to watch Drag or Die.
Yes. Yes, this is my TV companion.
Made muscle.
30 seconds, and you're still not mean to me.
Oh my
All
God.
right. We'll just leave that one.
Ford LTD.
What's
Greetings.
happening, everybody?
In Texas, Bill McKiska. Uncle Squirrel. Jerry Franks. Turlo's Garage. Dickie Farley. Murder Nova. C. Roma. James Fife. Numbnuts. Vincent Caruso.
Welcome in, everybody.
Happy New Year,
Our
everybody.
first live of the
John
new year.
M. Fubar. Martin Ranger. Says just a Ford guy.
Did you say Fubar? Fubar.
Fubar.
The axe.
Iceman, Peter Kovacs, Mr. Roboto. All right, so Happy New Year, everyone. What's going on, Tony?
Oh, just sitting around.
Yeah,
And,
timing me.
Yeah. It's almost a minute 20, and you still haven't been mean to me, which is nice.
It's good, I know.
I feel like the pressure is off.
Your brother is on here.
Normal James, what's happening?
What's up, James?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Let's see. Todd Danino, hello from Minnesota. Wayne Buzzle, Mexican Spec.
So what's new and exciting?
Yeah, what'd you guys do last night?
I was asking you.
Oh, who, me?
You, yeah.
I don't know. I was looking for some seat covers for the Jeep. we got a little carried
And then I
away.
was micromanaging you?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Because I'm a control
Well, you admitted that.
freak.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's timing me.
2 minutes, and she's like really being nice to me.
Oh my goodness.
Whereas 3 minutes, I can't even tell when I don't have my glasses. I just see the big
Oh
hand
my
going like that.
goodness. Oh, they're asking your brother to tell Tony stories.
Yes, tell Tony stories.
You should have him on via StreamYard. That would be cool.
We could do that. James, you want to do that?
He would have to have his kids set it up for him. He's not computer
Well,
savvy.
he'll have somebody. Somebody in New Jersey knows how to set up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could set you up, James. You could tell stories.
that could be fun
You think so?
and horrifying.
Oh, yeah, really horrifying.
He'll judge up all of these
Horrible
memories that
things.
I've buried,
Yeah, terrible things.
repressed memories.
He says he can't.
Oh,
James says I can't.
why?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. He just can't. Let's leave it at that. I'm sure it's odd reasons. Let's see. Jim Kellogg says, how much slap should be in the timing chain? 350.
Not a lot.
It's nice, Tony.
I don't think there's a precise measurement for that, to be honest with you.
James says, I'm shy. He's shy.
Oh, stop it.
James, if I can do this, you can do it. You get used to it. It's really not a big deal. Let's see. Jason Garage says, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Jason.
Never unveil Uncle Tony's secrets.
I really have no secrets.
No.
You ask, I tell.
Yeah, for the most part. Let's see. Do you want to sell your Roadrunner?
No,
Which one?
no, neither of them are for sale.
Yeah. You should collab with Kiwi on the charger quarter panel repair. This way Kiwi can have some content because you know you have enough. And I'm going to add that you keep stealing his, so you should give him some for a change.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But here's the thing. We're doing a video tomorrow morning. He's
already done something.
Yeah, I've already done something. So it's like,
He'll call Kiwi when he's made a mess.
I'll call.
After he's broken the back window.
I'll call Kiwi in at a certain point. But I don't listen. The man is busy.
Yeah, he's
okay?
busy. He has
it's not like he's just
customers.
sitting around waiting for us to call to come over and pick his
Yeah.
brain. Okay.
Yeah,
The guy's
he's
running.
busy.
He's right. It's a 2-man shop. He's got enough work for 6 men there. So I'm not going to bother him with something like this.
Okay, your brother says, I will come down in person if Kathy sits in with us. Sure.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
I'll do it.
Okay. I'll have Kiwi look at the car after the structural part of it is done, and I can drive it to his shop, and he can look at it there.
Okay.
Right.
He'll be horrified.
No, he won't. No, he
What
won't.
was that little dog? Pets.com? The horror. The horror.
Pets, that was a pest commercial. The sock
The
puppet.
sock
The
puppet.
dog sock puppet.
Pets.com. They went out of business.
The stuffed thing. I love stuffed things.
Two hacks says hi.
What's happening? Hack, two hacks.
Michael
Something
Del
got caught there.
Sesto says, do you do videos on Cummins engines?
I do not. I don't know anything about them.
Did you get back out to the boneyard today?
No, they're closed today.
They saw the video and they picked it clean.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to get. There's just going to be like a frame rail.
Well, we could do a video on that too.
I'm not going to take that much off the car. I'd rather leave it for people who really do need the parts. I've got enough stuff for it.
Okay, so John M says, you mentioned your parents didn't like you doing car stuff.
No.
Why?
They don't like anything I've ever done.
Yeah, they don't like cars, like a lot.
Yeah,
Ask James, he'll tell you.
Yeah.
He'll verify.
My whole family, my entire bloodline is very anti-car. I'm the only one, I'm the freak out of the bunch. And I was always the black sheep of the family.
Do you have t-shirts for sale? Yes.
Yes.
UncleTony'sGarage.com.
Yes.
We make them. Uncle Crystal makes them. She prints them with her bare hands.
Yes.
Let's see. James DeFeo says facts. Yeah.
You guys have no idea the battles, the wars that went on when I was a kid over this stuff.
So when are you coming down, James? We'd love to see you. Let's see. It's your off season now.
Yeah. He's a landscaper. So.
Mm-hmm. He does beautiful things with plants. Donald Davidson says Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Michael says looking forward to more videos on the state of the economy.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. Just as soon as I have a handle on things, they'll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's fireworks, so it's making the dogs bark.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me shut that door. Hang on. I got it. I have a battery pack. DeSoto, you have to move. Watch out, DeSoto. Watch out, DeSoto. Out. Okay. I still haven't put the blinds on this window, so I should probably do that.
So it looks like we live in a barn.
No, it's just I'm busy with other portions of the house. So I finished painting the kitchen cabinets for anyone that was really worried about that and had been asking.
They're very nice.
They're beautiful. That's why there's no blinds in this room. Let's see. Numbnuts. My other half wanted to get more shirts for Christmas, but shipping was more than last time. I think it was just about double. Are you in Canada? If you're in Canada, it doubled.
Right.
Like, cause it was like $28 for a flat rate,
Yeah. People,
and now it's like $40.
yeah. People were asking like, why don't we ship to Australia and stuff like that? We got burned a couple of times.
Yeah,
Like when we sent it to Australia,
it cost us money.
they
Including
sent
the
it
sales
back.
of the T-shirts. Yeah,
Right, and it was like $40.
yeah.
A piece. So it's like after a while, there's just too many screw-ups. If it was consistent, then we'd be happy to even sell it just a very small profit.
Yeah.
Because the shipping is so expensive there.
I think
But-
that they raised it for the holidays, to be honest, because I sent stuff to Canada like in November,
Right.
and it was still that $29 for the flat rate envelope. And then when Crystal went to ship it, she was like, "Hey, it's $40 now."
Yeah.
Let's see. Your brother wants to know what's up with the bicycle. Blue Thunder.
Yes.
I ride it. That's my bike.
Like the wind. She rides it like the wind.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, using USPS. Yeah, they keep changing their prices.
Yeah. And they're really inconsistent.
He's saying, "Yeah, I'm close to Dan and Danny." Yeah, he's in Canada.
Yeah, They lose stuff on us. We've had some really heinous experiences with, like we've had experiences where we sent a few things overseas and then ended up eating up the profit on the entire shipment.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. It's weird though that it fluctuates like that. So honestly, I would wait for after the holidays,
Yeah.
let things pass, and the price will probably come down. It's just USPS fleecing everybody.
No part of our government would ever take advantage of its population. Ever.
Oh. It got so crazy to Australia at one point. It was like $80
Yeah.
that we had to stop shipping there, and I feel really bad, but it was like absolutely insane.
And like I said, it's not even, so let's just say you're in Australia and you're willing to pay, which is crazy, but you're willing to pay the exorbitant prices. That's one thing. The other thing is that they lose stuff on us. So we've had it happen more than once where we filled a foreign order.
Or it gets sent back.
Or it gets sent back. It gets sent back. We don't get refunded for the shipping.
Yeah, right.
So
it's like, oh, we have to send it out again. They couldn't find the address.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. USPS. We got pulled over. We didn't get pulled over. We were getting beeped at the other day, right? Speaking of USPS.
Oh, yeah.
One time our mailman, he leaves our mail on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Under the wiper. So we're driving, and this car is beeping at us like crazy. He's like, you got envelopes. We what? Got envelopes on the back of the truck. They're crazy over there.
It used to be the most dependable, reliable thing in the world. Like, nothing was more dependable than the USPS.
No.
And now it's just like...
We can't even get our mail delivered.
It's like the Marx Brothers decided to have a delivery service.
They left it on the back of the swinger, on the trunk,
Yeah.
in the wind.
Yeah.
Crazy. What's up, Barry? Happy New Year.
Harry, what's happening, man?
From With Cars says, hello, Uncle Tony.
What's happening?
Austin Spumante says, what's the best way to get compression out of my 360 Mopar with dome pistons in?
With domed pistons? Didn't you get compression when you put the domed pistons in?
I don't know. Are you drunk?
Who, me? No, I haven't had a...
I'm just joking.
I had one beer on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Living in a barn is the new thing. No, we don't do that here. We don't do the barn thing. Let's see.
Oh, barndominium.
Oh yeah, have you seen those?
Yeah.
Summertown, I think that is. Barn dominiums. You couldn't pay me to live that. It must echo like crazy. How can we reset the Great Reset, Tony, and get prices back to normal? Kurt Zimmerman is asking.
You can't. You just got to ride it out. The Great Reset is going to happen one way or the other.
This is not reset.
This is
advice.
not. This is not Great Reset advice. But the reset is going to happen. Who comes out on top? That's still because you got two completely divergent factions. Let's just call it good and evil, right? So.
It's just called good and evil.
Right. Who actually comes out on top? I don't know. But either way, the reset is in the process of happening right now.
I can't read that, James. It would be political. We can't talk about that.
Yeah, we have to be careful.
Yeah.
There are certain words because the YouTube reads the transcript and picks out words from the transcript and will shadow ban you based on the things that we say on here. Which I probably should not have used the words shadow and ban
Right.
in the same sentence because
Whatever.
we've been there.
Yeah,
We've been there.
It's okay. What did I walk in on? Nothing.
The Great Reset.
Oh.
Which you shouldn't have said those two
No.
words together.
Yeah. So
Great
do you just
and
want to start
reset need
over?
to be-
You want to start over?
Please don't, it's too late.
It's-
They're already, our reptilian overlords are already like going like this to
now
us.
people are going to call us a conspiracy theorist.
But I am a conspiracy theorist. I've been a conspiracy theorist. James, well, here's the thing, right?
James is saying, "Oh, I'm definitely coming on your show." I guess because he wants to make trouble.
So
Get
James,
us banned from YouTube.
so James, given all the stuff that's happened in the last, let's say, 3 years now, right? Given all the stuff that's happened in the last 3 years, Was I right about every single thing 25 years ago?
You know he's not going to say yes.
Oh, please.
He can't say yes. How about free speech? Oh yeah, that's nice, isn't it, Dennis? It's very nice. Free
In
speech.
theory, yeah, it's excellent.
Let's see.
But you probably shouldn't use those two words.
Free and
Free
speech.
and speech together.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
we're going down a slippery slope here, Tony. All right.
Hey, I don't make up the rules. I'm just telling you how it is.
Let's see.
I'm just a humble gearhead trying to survive in the jungle of YouTube.
Oh my goodness. Rick S. says, hey UT, the fuel outlet of the sending unit on my 69 Mopar A-body feels a bit loose and leaks a little. Can I fix this when it's still in the car?
You can solder it. I don't think there's any danger of using a solder gun. Don't do it with a torch. But yeah, what happens is the tubing breaks loose from the tin, the round piece that clamps into the tank. And yeah, you could use a soldering iron on that and you won't have any danger of catching fire.
Dakota wants to know how we can make money off of the great, thing. The great thing.
The only way that I know of, the only way that I can think of is to protect yourself with tangible assets. Stuff that has its own intrinsic value. So for a lot of people,
Chickens.
Well, it depends now. You see, if you think it's going to go Mad Max.
Right, yeah, well, chickens are good then.
And in certain areas, like where James is, it will absolutely go Mad Max. It has no choice. But in other areas where it's like more civilized, not New Jersey or New York.
People's Republic of New Jersey.
I would say life would be pretty normal, but with a new economic.
He's not saying
reality.
that you were right or wrong. He's not replying.
Which means
He says maybe, but you're afraid to speak the truth now, so I guess you're caving into the masses, James says.
No, I am absolutely not afraid to speak the truth. I can't do it here on this forum because they're watching and listening to you think I'm making this up. They watch and listen to every single thing that's said on these channels. And the only way you keep yourself from getting knocked down the list.
Just don't say it.
Yeah, you just know. Right.
Yeah. It's better that we are able to stay on in the future than to say something and get kicked off now.
For the record, if anybody who's I am the world's #1 conspiracy freak. I wear my tinfoil hat with pride.
James says that's sad.
17, where we go one, we
James
go all.
says that's sad.
I'm right there. What's that?
James says that's sad.
What's that?
That you can't say anything on here.
You just can't. But I make no bones about it.
You have to look at it in a certain way. Like, you have to try and use the platform in the best way that you can.
Yes, exactly.
So we don't want to, cut our nose to spite our face.
Exactly.
And then lose the connections that we have, and then not be able to be on and say something when it's really important to do so.
Exactly.
So that's kind of how we see it. And if anyone disagrees, I don't know what to tell you.
It's called survival.
Right.
And the way you win, the first way you win.
You conformed. Yeah, right. We conformed.
No.
Oh, yeah.
The way before you can win, you first have to survive.
Right.
Right. There's a time when the enemy is advancing and the artillery is flying, and that your only viable option is to dig down and pull the dirt over your face and let them expend their ammunition, and then you get up and do your thing. That's all art of war stuff.
David James says, need more nitro talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do more nitro stuff.
Okay. XJs and Wranglers are fruitful in my area.
I love XJs. Well, okay, we're gonna do a whole thing on. I got a bunch of XJ material coming up, including an engine build.
US Blue says, I lost my YouTube channel because I could not blatantly tell the truth. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, just be patient. Just be patient. It's all working out right now.
Excuse me.
What was I saying?
This-
Oh, so we're doing an XJ engine. I picked one up the day before. It's my red one, the one that I drive every day, needs a motor. The thing's been knocking for, now it's 51,000 miles. I bought it needing a motor. And I said, well, I'll just drive it until it pukes and then I'll throw a motor in it. 51,000 miles. I've driven this thing for a year and a half. 51,000 miles going tick, 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 tick. It's got a broken piston. So I picked up a complete 98 XJ motor, but it's also broken. So we're going to do an autopsy on that, figure out what's wrong with it, and then build that and stick it in the red one. The series that we're going to do with this, the working title is Your First Engine Rebuild. So we're going to do this from the perspective of from scratch. You picked up a core motor, you're going to strip it down, autopsy it, figure your plan of attack, put it back together again. So we're going to do this with that Jeep motor. And like I said, the working title of it is Your First Engine Rebuild.
Your brother says, Kat, that was such a babbling response. I don't think I want you on the couch with us during my visit.
Couch? Ooh, stepping up in the world.
We're going to sit on a couch?
Have we ever done a live from a couch?
Yeah, in the living room.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Let's see. Let's talk or do a video on EMP-proof vehicles.
Okay, no matter what I say for an EMP-proof vehicle, the comments are going to be flooded with, get a diesel. It has to be a diesel. Get a diesel. You can run it on hairspray. You can run it on alpha. You can run it on piss. Right? So we've done stuff like that. And it's just like, yeah, get a diesel something or other, right? A mechanical injected diesel. But for a gasoline engine, honestly, EMP-proof points. Just have a points distributor and a points ignition ready to drop in. And that's all the EMP-proof you need.
Big Billy Racing says, any thoughts on turbocharging a 4-liter?
Okay, so here's the tentative plan with this. We're going to rebuild the one that I picked up. Then at some point, and I'm not going to give you an exact time because I don't know the exact time. I've got to take it out of service. We'll swap the motors. Now, when we swap the motor, the one that comes out of the red one is the one we're going to build. And I'm looking at supercharged. I'm looking at turbocharged. It'll definitely be a stroker, but I'm weighing all of the various possibilities of what to do with it. And then from that point, we're going to put it in the mule car, which was the whole point of doing the Belvedere like that. I'm building the 361 for it now. One of the engines that I have planned for it is a hot rodded 4.0 Jeep motor. So, but all of that is going to evolve over the course of the year.
Gas mileage?
What's that?
You still have gas mileage?
What do you mean?
The one that you're putting in the...
It's going in a Belvedere.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you were talking about the one that you're putting in the...
No. So that's the whole purpose of the mule car is to try different things, right? Experiment and whatnot, try different concepts, different fuels, just different ideas, but also different engines. So, like I said, we're going to rebuild just to regular factory rebuild spec, because I don't want to hot rod the red Jeep at all. I use it every day. I love that freaking thing. The black one is cool. It's good, but the 4-wheel drive isn't nearly as good a street vehicle. There's like a 5 mile per gallon difference between the two. So I definitely prefer the red one. But we're going to rebuild the core motor that I picked up, swap it into the red Jeep. Then the motor from the red Jeep is going to be hot rodded. I don't know exactly how yet. And then it'll be dropped into the Belvedere and we'll do it that way. But that's the whole purpose of the mule car, is to try all different engines and concepts and ideas and so on and so forth. I'm also looking for an FE motor. Don't offer me an FE motor. I'm looking for an FE motor. I've got my eyes open. It's got to be something local that I can eyeball, because I want to build an FE motor too, and that'll end up in the mule car.
Oh.
Just saying.
James says, are you still going to talk about gas-powered cars, or is it going to be Uncle Tony's electric-powered putt-putts?
No, well, they don't putt putt. They go. No, I go.
Yeah, they don't
Right.
make any sound.
But they make a whiny sound.
Do they?
Yeah.
Brothers, yeah. Can you build a small block Chevy for truck pulling?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could, but I don't have a pulling vehicle to.
Uncle Tony's Claw says thoughts on 4 1/4 sure grip. 4 1/4?
4 1/4 sure grip. I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't know. Maybe he meant 8.
8 1/4 sure grip?
Yeah.
They're okay. They're out there. Find a 2-wheel drive Cherokee, and you're gonna find a sure grip in the 8 1/4, and then that'll bolt right into your early Mopar.
What are the cam specs on the cam and the Charger?
Oh God, I tell you what, it's a Crane Fireball cam. So go look up the specs for a Fireball. I do not remember off the top of my head.
What's he trying to get you for Christmas, Dickie Frawley?
Ajita. I got her aggravation.
No, he's asking what you got Dickie Frawley for Christmas.
Oh, what did I get Dickie Farley for Christmas?
Oh, you gave me Ajita?
Yes.
Aggravation.
We're doing good.
David Leonard says Cabral says that the engine in the black XJ has a knock and the flex plate is fine.
The engine in the black one is perfect.
Thank God for all of his knowledge.
And
What would we do without him?
The flex plate, I changed the flex plate. I didn't do it. I sent that out to a friend of mine.
Yeah. It doesn't make any noise.
No, the motor in the black one is great. The motor in the red one has been tuck, 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 tuck.
Yeah.
51,000 miles of knocking. Anybody who tells you that a Jeep 4-liter is not the most durable friggin'
I
thing
thought
in
it
the
was
world.
the piston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cam specs and slag hammer?
I'm drawing a blank. What is that cam? I don't remember. It'll pop into my head. I don't even remember what brand it is.
Maybe you should write things down.
Well, I have cam cards.
Yeah, where are they?
Well, I don't have it here.
The shop?
What is the cam that's in Slick Hammer? Where did I get it from?
I don't remember.
Well, I tell you what. Go back. Just put
What's the
in.
video?
No, seriously. Put in 383. But what is it? What was the? Put in Slag Hammer 383 build, and just go back because we did a whole thing on the cam. We did a whole thing on the all of the stuff we did to the valve train, the cylinder heads. Every spec of that engine is contained in those videos, into that series of videos. So just look up Slag Hammer Tunnel Ram 383.
Uncle Kathy gave Uncle Tony the bill for Christmas presents.
Yes.
For the presents for Christmas? No, I actually got him things. I got him nice things.
She got me super stock and Drag Illustrated shirts.
Yep.
And an STP shirt.
Yep. Let's see. What's the oddest, strangest car you've worked on?
Oddest, strangest car I've worked on. Jeez. I don't know, I'm drawing a blank. Oddest, strangest car I've worked on. This must be what getting old is like, because I can't remember anything tonight.
Is your brain not working?
I can't. What is the oddest, strangest car I've ever worked on? The oddest thing I ever worked on that I remember off the top of my head was a Morris Minor 35 years ago. I don't know. It'll come to me.
What's up, RC Top Fueler?
It's happening.
And Chris, he's saying, what's up? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I'm tired too. My brain's not working either.
I'm telling you, this is one of those days I just cannot
concentrate.
remember anything.
Mexican Spec says, I'm sure Kathy got nice presents. They have big YouTube money.
I really didn't get her anything. But we do make big
He
YouTube
really
money.
didn't get me anything.
She buys whatever she wants it.
Let's see. You can't think because you don't have your tin hat on. Is that what it is?
Our reptilian overlords are sapping my mental strength.
Right, yeah. That's what it is, Tony. That's what it is. What happened to the satellite with the transmission rebuilt? You have to wrap that up, don't you?
He is still waiting for the exhaust to be done on that.
Oh,
We're gonna do a wrap up on it.
Okay.
But the exhaust shop was closed for the holidays. So we swapped it over to exhaust manifolds, took the headers off, and he's got an exhaust shop that's going to fabricate pipes from the manifolds to his existing exhaust, and it's just been delayed. So we should have that back this week at some point, and we're going to do a wrap up and a drive around with that car.
Heather and Tim Sharp says, I got mine on. Nice.
Nice. You should make me a tinfoil hat.
Hemihead 68 sent you $9.99.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Hemihead. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We could do a tinfoil hat live one night. That could be fun.
Do you think it'll help our brains?
No.
It won't help our brains. Let's see. Wow, exhaust have been the stopping point in a lot of projects lately. Andy got his truck running, right?
Andy posted
Yep.
a short video of Casper running it. Sounds really good. I also made a test hit in Bottle Rocket night before last. I'm ready for you, Andy. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
Numbnut says, I was going to say, Uncle Kathy went shopping, wrapped her present, and when she opened it, Uncle Tony asked her what he got her. No, I didn't even do that. I'm going to have to get myself something. I buy books on the regular, so I just kind of count that. I read a lot of books.
She does.
I have a book problem.
She has a book problem.
I have
Like
an
literally every
addiction.
day, another book shows up at the door.
Like I read a lot.
Yeah.
So I just count that as what I buy. Some women buy dresses and shoes, and I buy books.
It's the one thing her and I have in common because we're both nerds.
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
In different things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's into different things, and she reads constantly, and I read constantly.
That's probably why we get along.
Probably,
I
which
don't
because
think
you're reading to fight.
we wouldn't really get along if we weren't like that.
No.
Stephen King, no. No. I don't read
No,
Stephen
she's
King.
like a
I haven't
researcher.
read that since I was like 14.
Well, here, show him, give him an example of the books you got up there.
My books?
Yeah, you've got
I don't think
you've
they
got
care.
your gardening section, organic
Yeah, I
gardening,
have my gardening section.
backyard
Let's see. Okay.
homesteading.
All right,
Your
so
total
here's
dog
my
manual.
gardening books. Yeah, gardening, complete dog books. That's Katie. This is a good one. The Hidden Persuaders. Go get that one. Let's see, art of SEO, sewing, all my art books, lots of art books, creative illustration. Then like we got some over here. Yeah, it's like and all my cooking books down here. Yeah.
Yeah. And those are just the ones that are here on the shelf. She's got books
Yeah, I got just
scattered everywhere.
books. Conquer the Crash. Yeah, that's an old one.
That is an old one.
But he's really good.
That was Robert Proctor.
Yeah, Robert Proctor. He's really good. Talks about. We can't talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know what we can talk about. Let's see. The Clay Smith sign, yeah, that our kid got us that last year for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Tony got that for you.
Last year,
John
year
got that.
before.
Let's see. Happy New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
No comic books, no. I'm not a comic book type of person. That's the problem. Good book, can't talk about it. Right.
I'm rolling a cigarette.
Oh, okay. Let's look at this. So that Robert Proctor book, The Hidden Persuaders.
No, Conquer the Crash, Robert Proctor.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, not Robert. Right, Robert Proctor's Conquer the Crash. The Hidden Persuaders is Shit, what's his name? I always forget. He's got a great name. It's like a name for a band. What's his name? I always forget. Hang on. Oh, Vance Packard, right. Vance Packard and the Hidden Persuaders. I thought that would be a good band name.
That is a good name.
Right? So, okay, so Tony's rolling a cigarette. You should read that book. There's actually car stuff in it too. It's about the manipulation of
Marketing.
consumer. Yeah, it's marketing.
Well,
The
basically,
consumer during like the 50s. It's really fascinating and terrifying at the same time.
it's actually what it is. It's
Yeah.
about it's about neurolinguistics programming before
It's
there was even a
these
phrase.
psychologists and what they did and the studies that they did to people and like what they were doing like to make people buy stuff. Like
Right.
it's really actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, like the phrase neurolinguistics programming didn't really evolve until the middle 1960s, but that was
I don't think you
written in
could
the
talk about
1950s.
that.
No, NLP. You can talk about NLP.
Yeah, let's see. You haven't read King since that age. You've missed a lot. No disrespect. Yeah, I think I kind of just grew out of it. Like I think I liked that stuff when I was a kid, but then I was like, I think I read something that was really terrifying once that wasn't from him. I think it was like 17, and I'm like, I'm done with this crap. I was having nightmares.
You know what? To be honest with you, right? It's like, yeah, you've got writers like Stephen King and all, but honestly, reality is so much
More
crazier
terrifying.
and more terrifying than anything that a writer can dream up.
Right.
That it's like, well, it's like once you start going down the rabbit hole, it's like, oh, forget about all of that made up stuff because reality is so much more
Get
intense.
yourself a copy of The Hidden Persuaders by Vance Packard.
Yeah.
It talks about the sales of Chrysler products. It talks about who they were gearing them towards and what they were doing to manipulate people to make them buy them.
Yeah.
It's actually really
But
fascinating.
again, it's neurolinguistics programming written before.
It's more than that.
It's what it
Have you
comes
read
down
that
to.
book? No.
I read
I-
parts of it.
You've read parts of that book?
Parts of it, yes. The
You
parts
have to
that you
read-
told me were years ago. This is years
Yeah,
ago.
that was just the car parts, the car sections. Like, there's stuff in there. There's like psychological studies that they were doing to people that are just like, really bad, not good. Let's see. You don't see too many 74 Barracudas.
They didn't make many. That was like that last year. I think they only made like 7,000 or 8,000 of them.
I don't like Bukowski. I'm not a fan. I know people like him. Let's see. Do you set goals for the UTG YouTube or let the projects and the timeline determine how the content goes?
You can't set goals. You can't set goals. You can set goals if you've got a big budget and you've got an organized team, and we have neither. We have a relatively modest budget and no team, so it's impossible really to set goals. You could set direction, but we learned early on that actually setting a goal in this is very unrealistic.
Yeah, we kind of have to go with the flow.
You got to go with the flow.
Our goals don't usually work.
No,
No.
no.
Some people that works for, but I think maybe with our personalities it doesn't work out.
Well, also we represent things in a much more honest way. Like an example, like you'll take like a TV show, right? One of the TV shows. And I'm not talking about one in particular. I mean any of the TV shows, and they'll film it over the course of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and edit out everything except a very linear line that brings you to a certain point, whatever the goal happens to be. Where we don't do that. We shoot everything as it happens and call it like it is. So we don't really keep it. There's nothing we have in the bag in the works that okay, well, we'll shoot this, then we'll shoot this, then we'll shoot this, and we'll shoot this. No, we do everything in like, here's what happened. We went out today, and this is what happened, and this is what it did, and now we have to regroup, or whatever it happens to be. So we may be too honest.
Yeah, that's a problem.
We may be too honest.
R.C. Top Fueler says political and social ramifications of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Go.
Oh, look into the Wizard of Oz.
We could have done
sometime.
that. We'll write you up a paper. We'll read it next week.
Look into the Wizard of Oz.
Hello from Nebraska. Hope you had a good holiday.
If you really want to blow your mind, look up So now I'm not saying that this is. I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying that this is true.
Shadow ban, here we come.
No. Let's not go to shadow ban. I'm not saying that this is true. I'm saying that this is a very interesting, very interesting thing. Look into something called Road to Ruta. Road, R-O-A-D, to T-O, Ruta, R-O-O-T-A. Give that a look and tell me what you think. Well, don't tell me what you think of that, but I mean, if you very interesting concept, and it's kind of it's backed up by several very respectable people. I consider to be very respectable, very knowledgeable people.
Gypsy J. Ryan says reading Bukowski is like a daily driving in 1964 anything. I don't know. Let's see. Hey Dan, D&D Speed Shop, pass me a cold moose head, please.
They only have cold things up there.
Is he in here? Maybe I missed him.
Is he?
I don't know. I'm looking. Sometimes I miss people.
I'm slipping behind on the clickbait. I wanted to start doing some real clickbait stuff. Tomorrow morning, I promise, a clickbait thumbnail.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna outdo DD Speed Shop.
Why do you have to compete with him?
Because I love him.
Oh, is that what you do? You compete with people
Yes.
you love? Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's something I was going to say. Oh, we have to. No, we're not going to talk about that right now.
What's that?
Dan commented earlier. Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, shoot. Sorry.
We're not going to talk about what?
We saved all those mean
Oh
comments.
yeah.
Really, clickbait?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Clickbait,
go
just
for
like
clickbait.
Kiwi in the thumbnail and type robbed. Oh wait.
Better than that.
Oh, let's see. They're talking to each other. Embrace the suck. Yeah. Clickbait. It exploded, then like dropped something on a cannoli. Clickbait. Ford was right. It would be a good one for you. Let's see. Oh. Dan commented about how Brian hurt his feelings. Oh.
What happened?
Brian Cabral hurt his feelings?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Why would he be talking about Dan? Oh, maybe because you mentioned the car. I don't know.
I don't know.
The Charger. Holiday sent you $20 Canadian.
Thank you.
Hey, Tony. I like your channel for the lessons and pitfalls to watch out for when purchasing.
Thank you.
Which is what we should have done before we bought that XJ.
Which one?
The black light in the dark in a parking lot.
I was anxious to get it home and get
It
it.
was cheap enough.
Yeah. At that price, I was going to buy it no matter what. It didn't make any difference.
Ari says the Carbo lights have struck again. Are they picking on
What
Dan
happened
from
now?
DD Speed Shop? Maybe Brian is moving away from Tony and on to Dan. Never.
No, God forbid.
Aw.
Brian's like my patron demon.
Let's see. You guys need to do an end of year outtake video. We don't really have any.
I told you that you need to put together like just 20 minutes of me
I
starting.
won't do that.
Why?
Because it's mean. That's
not-
mean.
If I'm telling you to do it,
I
that's
don't-
clearly not being mean.
Well, I didn't save the stuttering parts, so forget it. I would have to go through so much video to try and find it. Did you teach Evan Smith how to make a Fox Body Mustang run?
I put Evan Smith in his first Fox body, but then he took off and did his stuff on his own.
Yep. Evan's doing great.
He certainly is.
Ari says the day I get a Cabal video about my channel, I'll know I've won. Was that winning? I guess. Let's see. So here's a question for the knowledgeable Uncle Tony. This is Mr. Classic Car Enthusiast.
This is really not the day for a knowledgeable question, but go ahead.
There must be something in the
There's
air.
something. I'm telling you, I'm just feeling dumb today. Yeah, Mr. Classic Car.
Somebody will clip that out and make a short out of that. If you have a set of pistons and one of them has been notched slash eyebrowed slash valve pocketed and the other 7 are flat, would it be okay?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the difference. Look, if you want to be an absolute perfectionist and calculate like the difference of 4 cc's in that combustion chamber, but in reality, no, you'll never miss it. You know, you're not building a Formula One engine. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking to get like 7 horsepower per cubic inch out of the thing. You'll be fine. Run it. Send it.
Vince says, I'm a doomer and shorted a bunch of tech stocks this year. Now I don't care about old car part prices.
What did he say?
He's a doomer.
Oh, he shorted all the tech stocks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't care about car part prices. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
Happy New Year. Now roll up your windows.
Roll up your window!
Nobody knows what that
No,
is. That
no,
video
that
isn't
was
even
years
up
ago.
anymore. Did you get the parts off the car net today?
They were closed today.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot a video first thing in the morning and then I'm going to go out
Tomorrow's
there.
going to be a busy
Go pull
day.
parts.
I hope it's going to be warm. Better not be cold.
Oh God, it's so gorgeous today.
Oh, it's nice. I don't want to be standing out in the cold. Let's see. David Leonard says, Ari, I don't even have a channel, and yet he has devoted 2 videos to me.
What happened now?
Cabral devoted 2 videos to David Leonard, and he doesn't even have a channel.
Well, I don't even know what to say.
Joe Brennan says, only the true UTG fans know about rolling up the windows. Yeah, it's pretty old, and it's like pretty random. Laurel Flynn says, you amaze me, Uncle Tony. Watch Road to Ruta myself.
Dix is smart.
Oh my goodness.
Let me tell you something, right? Seriously. Okay, this is not YouTube advice. What? It's not
Nothing.
really what.
We have no advice.
But
Please don't take advice from us.
here's the brain trust. Okay, here's the brain trust. These are the people that I follow like this. Okay, so you got Bix Weir.
Don't say, you can't really say them all.
I'm going to say them all.
Well, some are not allowed on YouTube.
Oh, that's not true. I'm not going to say anybody who doesn't have a YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I won't say anybody because there's a whole other end of things that I'm very cognizant of. But no, just talking about economics. So you got Bix Weir, okay, Rafi Farber, Arcadia.
Rafi's awesome.
Rafi is
He's really
awesome.
smart.
And Rafi backs up Bix. And then there's, who's the other guy? Oh, Andy Scheckman. Mm-hmm. Okay, and Andy Scheckman also backs up those other 2 guys. They know each other. And then there's like the grand master of out of the box thinking, Cliff High, and he backs up all of these people. Like they all kind of know each other. So if you want to like try to get a handle on things.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, I'm just saying this is
No handle. There's no handles.
These are very good places to start. These are very well
If you're going to be
respected.
confused,
Well, if you go to Cliff Highway,
there's no handles.
yeah, okay, so
There's
don't.
no hands or handles.
Yeah. There's nothing to hold on to.
Right.
So if you go as far as Cliff High, just you're gonna go way out there, right? But he's part of that collective. Who else? I know I'm leaving somebody else out.
I don't know what I can think of. Economics wise?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the
Bix
depth.
Weir, Rafi.
The depth of
The
the
depth,
economics that you want to talk about.
Yeah, not lightweight stuff. Not like, oh, you know, this bank did this and
Right.
this, that. No, not like that. I'm talking about bigger picture, bigger chunk. There's Rafi, Bix, Cliff, Andy Scheckman.
Can Kathy paint me some Christmas ornaments?
I'll think of somebody else.
What kind of Christmas ornaments do you want? Uncle Tony's Garage and Mrs. Uncle Kathy. This was not lawn green advice. What does that mean? Economic Ninja?
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
less
different.
different,
That's
yeah.
lighter. And yeah, I love the Ninja. We chat back and forth a little bit. He's great. He's fantastic. So is Dan. I allegedly.
That's different. That's not
But that's different. That's like that's kind of like lighter and like that's like more current
more
events.
current event news type of stuff.
Right.
Not chart.
Yeah, I'm talking about if you want that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's there's Johnny Bravo. There's a lot of guys who are very they're into the thing. They watch the daily movements of stuff. But that's not what I'm talking
12
about.
lights and red light says, I'm scared of the future. Don't be afraid.
Oh no, don't be.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be. Just
Whatever, it's going to be fine.
yeah, and cover yourself. That's all.
Yeah.
Just cover yourself.
Don't be afraid. Let's see. Uneducated Economist is a great channel.
Yeah, I've seen him, but he falls under the heading more of like the other guys, like Economic Ninja and I allegedly Dan. I got a great one for you guys today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but I'm talking about going like you really want to go down the rabbit hole and way out there, but with people who aren't just making stuff up. These are researchers. These are guys who've been at this for 20, 30, 40 years, and like they research.
Yeah,
So-
some things are not accurate. I
Like
just
what?
want to say. I'm not going to bring it up.
You mean
No, there are things that I listen to and I'm like, I know that that's not accurate. Because I've done other research. So, like, there are things
but how
that
do you
are
know
like,
that your research?
oh my goodness.
Here we go.
We're not gonna.
There we go.
What is this? Oh, you think I'm gonna yell at you?
Yeah. How do you know that your research is accurate and not theirs?
Oh my goodness. Why wouldn't mine be accurate?
I
I have a pretty
need
good
second now.
research.
Any second, I'm ready.
Zip ties and bias is good. Yeah, he's got the best financial
Yes.
channel on YouTube.
Absolutely. If you want good, sound financial advice, Zip Ties and Bias Twice. And Dan from D&D Speed Shop.
Oh my goodness. Rude Mopar dude is laughing. Should I yell at you, Tony? How long has it been?
I don't have
got
my
the
glasses. That's how long.
It's been
Because-
since I yelled at you?
Well, you were yelling at me just before we came
Oh,
up.
you were micromanaging
So-
me.
I wasn't micromanaging. It was
You
being a
were.
control freak.
Right.
There's a difference. So, but for the record, that's how long it's been since Kathy was mean to me.
What does it mean to you? I mean, that's how long it's been since you tried to micromanage me.
This live is going to end, and she is just going to explode.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Let's see. I wasn't micromanaging you. I was just telling you what to do. Right.
It's hot in here. I got to open up window.
Joe Bennett says, Kathy was mean to me. Wait, it's 2023. Yep.
Yes, all year long.
Okay. Boy BC says, Uncle Tony, what could make my 1989 Dodge 318 D100 surge and go dead at times, and other times runs perfect?
Probably idle air controller. Do you have any codes?
I don't know. He's not saying. I'll be a guest speaker on Brian's channel. Yeah, sure. I'll go on. I go toe to toe with him. You don't want me to go toe to toe with him. Let's see. Big Red Channel says Ultra Kathy. You don't call me that anymore. We're back to Uncle Kathy.
I'm calling you Ultra Kathy right now.
Oh, okay.
Ultra Kathy.
James says, does Kathy still pull the wings off of butterflies? We'd never do such a thing. He says no codes. Oh my goodness.
Then check the idle air controller.
Yeah.
Unplug it and see what happens.
Let's see. Toe to toe. Yeah. Glad I only drive classics as my everyday. Our Jeeps are classics now.
They're 25 years old.
Code Schmode. Happy New Year, mostly old parts.
Yes, Happy New Year. That's fine.
Yeah. I messaged him and I said Happy New Year. Did you get my message? Tony, Your space heater is taxing the grid. Are we using it? We're not even using
No,
it.
it's like,
It's not
no,
on.
it's off.
Yeah.
The light is on, but it's off.
It's not plugged. It's not turned on. Chuck Hall says Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Chuck.
Let's see. He says he's saying okay, he'll give it a try. The codes thing. Okay. My grandfather used to sell Jeeps in the early 90s before he retired. Oh. Interesting.
Maybe he sold ours.
Early 90s, he said. Ours is a 98.
Uh,
Let's see. I just bought a radiator. We had this conversation yesterday.
okay, radiator is the right way to say it.
I say radiator.
Radiator is wrong because what it does is it radiates heat.
It radiates heat.
It doesn't radiate heat. Radiator. So the correct. I think I say it both ways.
My grandmother said turlet, so I'll
Yeah.
just talk her if I
because
want.
of turtles.
Right. Turlet and Earl for oil. Okay. Dickie Farley says I just bought a radiator heater just like that, the same size, but mine is white. Oh, congratulations!
They work
Dickie.
really
They
good.
work well. Yeah, they work good. Redneck wants to know, Tony, will you buy an EV car?
No. Not that I have anything against EVs. They just don't fit my lifestyle.
Happy New Year to Zizzy. Wash the dishes? No, they didn't say wash.
That
That's a southern thing.
when we first moved here,
Turlet, yeah.
we had to
Turlet.
learn words like washing powders.
Right, what the hell is that?
This place is so much different now than it was when we first moved here.
Will's Garage says, Tony, who really owns the junkyard jet? They do.
They do.
Tony gave it to them.
Yeah.
Free and clear with a title. What? What? UTT, Uncle Tony's Teslas. Okay. You could do that. Tony, what was Ford's philosophy in having so many different engine families?
Schizophrenia. They Ford always over-engineered things. They always kind of overcomplicated things. It's just Ford had too many engineers on the payroll. It's that simple, right? All of the manufacturers have engineering departments. Ford had a larger engineering department than General Motors or Ford did, or Chrysler did. And so you've had all of these people, and they all have to earn their keep every year. So they always have to change a new gizmo, widget, ding dong, whatever it happens to be. And they're just going to keep changing and adding to it, and so on and so forth. So the more heavily staffed your engineering department is, the more complicated your machine is going to be.
Let's see. Ford's Garage says, Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Year. Zen says, every government vehicle is a Ford. Let's see. Checking the light. Let's see. What's the biggest weakness in today's auto industry?
The biggest weakness in today's auto industry, over-reliance on computers and the inability to efficiently diagnose and repair them. It's a problem, and it's going to get bigger
But
as
that's
we go
what they
forward.
want, right?
Their goal, years ago, their goal was to create a disposable car, something that can't be worked on, something that you buy. You don't even buy it. You're renting it from them. Now they're out to they're out to like 86-month loans, and it's insanity. But the goal for the last 50 or 60 years was to create a completely disposable car, something that can't be serviced, it can't be worked on. It's just you use it, and at the same time that the payments are up is when it's no longer viable and you roll up into another one. That's been their goal for decades now, and they finally achieved it.
Let's see. Musical Part says, I saw a YouTube video today. Tony Angelo recently picked up a Buick Electra with a 455 and loads of nitrous.
I saw that.
Supposedly belonged to a nefarious street racer in Harlem Any chance this is Scotty Godagno's old?
No, it's definitely not Scotty's car. Those Buicks like the one that Tony Angelo picked up there were literally all over the place during that period of time, like the middle to late 1980s. They were everywhere. But that's not a car that I've ever seen before. That was my era. That's where I came from. That's what I was doing. But I don't ever recall seeing that particular car. But then again, honestly, there were probably 200 very similar cars in the tri-state area at that period of time.
Yeah.
Scotty's was the fastest.
Let's see. Made muscle. Fun fact: Mopar blocks weren't made like Chevy and Ford because Richard Maskin of Dart came up with the Hemi block for Chrysler. They wouldn't front the money for tooling and stole the blueprints back.
That is literally the dumbest thing anybody has ever read to me.
What? Maybe I read it wrong. They weren't made like Chevy and Ford because Richard Maskin of Dart came up with a Hemi block for Chrysler. I think he's trying to say something that he's not explaining well.
No, he's coming from like another galaxy.
No, he's not.
He's plugged into.
May Muscle says Richard Maskin said it himself. Video is on YouTube. I think maybe it's just the way it's written.
Are you talking about the original 426?
He's saying aftermarket blocks.
Oh, aftermarket blocks.
Oh, see?
Well, wait a minute. Richard Maskin, aftermarket blocks. How about Mylodon was the first?
Are you yelling? Where's the stopwatch? You yelling?
No, it has nothing to do with you.
Oh, okay.
Aftermarket Hemi blocks. So Mylodon was the first. That only lasted for about 2 years, the Mastodon. Then Keith Black. Then Joe Pisano, the JP1. Then the Rodec.
He says, watch the video. Also, I worked at Dart as a parts loader. What video is it? Who put the video up?
I have no idea.
I don't know which video it is.
I have no idea. But I could tell you for absolute
You would have to do a
certain
search.
that no, the aftermarket Hemi blocks 426 Hemi blocks go back to 1972.
He says, 1 second, I'll find it. Okay. Tony made the Hemi.
Yeah. Not only can I confirm that is the fact, but I have literally hands-on worked on all of those engines and know them intimately like the back of my hand. The way you know your kids' names is the way I know aftermarket Hemi blocks from that era.
Talk Flights and Red Light says, I started Mopar Muscle magazine.
Did you?
That's what he says.
Well, there you go.
Midway Muscle says, I know what you were saying, Tony. Chrysler went to Dart after Chrysler quit producing them.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a whole different story. That's an entirely different story.
Let's see. What? Okay. Oh, okay. It was an out of the blue comment about AI. Oh. This is funny. Let's see. Heather and Tim Sharp says, I invented the internet.
Nice job.
It's good.
Do we owe you a commission?
What?
We probably owe them a commission.
Probably.
They need to collect royalties. If you did invent the internet, you need to talk to somebody about collecting royalties, bro.
Okay. Tony, if you're open to some discussion about straightening that frame rail and quarter on the Charger, give me a shout. I recently did something similar on my Roadrunner with great results.
It's already been done. We're going to shoot the video tomorrow.
I'm not good at reading questions, he says. Okay. All right. How should I read them? That would make me better.
I have no idea.
How should I read the questions? A lot of times they're not questions, they're statements. So what would you like me to do? Did you know that an artichoke is a type of thistle?
Yeah.
That was a question. Did I read that well? Or was it bad?
You did good.
Let's see. Artichokes are good. Yeah.
It may have choked Artie, but it ain't gonna choke me.
You just wrote one for Tony. Ram trucks. I have a lot of questions coming through, and I'm reading things and watching Tony at the same time and scrolling. So if I miss it, it's not on purpose. Give me the question again. I'll look for it. Oh, here it is. I found it. See? Ram Chuck says,
Yeah.
does the Mopar distributor run the oil pump like the Chevy one does?
Yes.
That annoying gear on the end that meshes with gear
No.
down below.
No, Chrysler has a separate intermediate shaft. So, while the Chevy has the gear at the bottom of the distributor, the Chrysler only has a tang. So the distributor has nothing on there except the tang, and that tang plugs into an intermediate shaft. And the gear that drives the distributor and the oil pump is built into that intermediate shaft, and then that goes through the block to the oil pump.
Is Tony good at answering questions?
Probably not.
I hope that helps. Okay, the video is titled Richard Maskin the Interview.
Okay, but when the way the question was phrased originally, what Kathy read, was about just in general the Hemi.
Maybe
Now,
I read it bad.
You might have read it there.
Ram says I'm not good at reading questions.
So,
He says awesome, thank you. Okay, Ram. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. No, the question about the Hemi, the thing about the Hemi block, the masking thing, the way it was phrased was like, no, Chrysler was like from original, right, from 1964, or then again from 1971, 1972. It wasn't, you didn't explain that you were talking about the modern era.
Well, I said it looks like it wasn't typed like
Okay.
in the best way. No, I'm not trying to insult you. It just
Yeah, no insult
Yeah,
necessary,
it just
but
didn't come.
the question was like way out of left field, or the statement was way out of left field.
Cold War Motor says Happy New Year.
Happy New
Continued
Year.
success in 2023. You too,
Same to
Cold
you,
War
bro.
Motors. Let's see. He says maybe I said it wrong. I should have been more specific on my part. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's okay, misunderstanding.
And I read badly. It's a thing I do.
You gotta understand, we get some of the most off-the-wall things. So it's hard to determine what's just not phrased right and
Yeah.
what's just like, woo! You know what I'm saying? So, sorry about that.
Yeah. My toilet blew up. Okay.
Nice.
He says, no harm done, no hard feelings. I'm a Chevy guy, but I think the effort should have been put into more power blocks.
You know what? There's only so much you can do with the bore spacing and the deck height on those engines. There's only so many ways you can mix that formula. There's, from the factory design, the 5 bolts around each cylinder has proven itself over the decades to be optimal. The deep skirted block, I mean, it speaks for itself. The cross bolted mains speak for themselves. There's really only so much you can do with those blocks. The only thing that I've noticed back when I was playing with iron blocks, I was deep in Hemi land, was all of the newer blocks were extremely heavy. Like a D5 block was a good 40 pounds heavier than a street Hemi block. And then when you started getting to like the World Products blocks and who else was making them? There was a guy over here in Dixon that had a couple of prototypes that I looked at. They were insanely heavy, crazy heavy. And I didn't understand why they needed to put all of this extra beef in these blocks, because it wasn't, the blocks do have an inherent flaw, an inherent weak point that's only exists in the iron blocks. But just by making the block heavier all around, you're not doing anything about that saddle area. But that's...
Ooh, okay. One Pacific Redwood says the reality of battery-powered cars and trucks. See YouTube channel Out of Spec.
This
fellow may have single-handedly synced the EV market. He's showing how battery-powered cars perform in cold.
I literally just watched that video 2 hours ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
How was it?
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
But not as good as, oh God, what was his name? Durf.
Oh, I don't know.
The guy who does the biscuit reviews on his Super Cub.
I don't know the name of his channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Tony, what's the major disadvantages of building a race-oriented AMC 360, 390, 401?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I've never attempted to build one. You talk about masking. I mean, there's a guy who mastered the AMC thing back in the 1870s. And if I remember, those heads had a distinct advantage. They talked about the dogleg exhaust port on them, which is very similar to the dogleg on the Chrysler small block. But those heads worked really well in pro stock during that period of time when it was still cubic inch to weight.
Okay, what's the max boost a stock 318 should see for street use?
So that would depend. A stock 318, your limiting factor isn't the pistons. The pistons are actually really, really strong. Your limiting factor with anything, with boost or nitrous on a factory engine is ring gap. Because the factory ring gap on that thing, oh God, what is it? 12 or 13 thousandths of an inch. And once you get 7, 8 pounds of boost, spraying more than, let's say, 100 or so nitrous, the rings just close up and it'll break the piston. The piston is not the weak link. The ring gap is the weak link. So I would say I'm not a turbo expert, but I would say I would limit it to probably 7 to 10 pounds max, unless you get in there and actually open the ring gaps.
All right, Tony's rolling a cigarette. I'm gonna go over here.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Wally Booth was making his own hits. Just keep us entertained. Tony's rolling pan away. Yeah, I'm away.
So Wally Booth, that was the first. So this is going back to the 70s, right? Wally Booth was the first guy that I ever saw. I'm not saying he was the first one to do it, but his engines were the first that I ever saw an exhaust plate on, where they milled away the exhaust side of the cylinder head and added a plate to raise the exhaust port.
That's not a moon rock. It's a piston.
That's
And this is why we're poor. Just
not
tell
like
you
we're-
right there.
no, we're poor. This is so.
No, it's why we're poor. Like, just admit it.
It's what?
It's why we're poor. Just
It's
admit
not
it.
why we're poor, but
There's no reason.
this is a throwback to my Top Fuel days.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a souvenir.
We just leave it there.
Yeah.
We'll just put it right back here to remind us why we're poor. Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year.
I love it when people show pictures of like, oh, they put a hole in the piston. Oh, look at you. Right? Oh, look, I got aluminum all over my cylinder head, right? And I'm molten this and molten that. No, you know what? Tell you what, when you break one like that, you come talk to me.
All right. Small world. My boss's friend gave me a model of my car as a gift. That's nice. Mine's just a big Corgi model, not an exact copy, but still. The guy that made this model is just like phenomenal. Do you have pictures of the top fueler?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have pictures of, we got photographs of pretty much everything,
Yeah.
but we don't have any videos. There is one video,
There's
the
one
video of
video.
my fuel altered, that she's got on VHS that we need to put on computer.
No,
at some
it's
point.
on a disc.
It's on disc.
Yeah.
Can we play it?
Yeah, I've played it on the computer before.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why don't you play it now?
I think it's in that drawer. I think that's where it is.
Next week. Next Sunday we'll play that.
Okay. There's a channel called I Do Cars that tears down engines and shows every step. Tons of piston gravel.
Not like that. Not like that.
Let's see. 1976 Dodge B300 360 barely idles in gear.
Okay.
He wants to know what's going on with it.
What is
Barely
it?
idle. It
I
barely.
thought you were just making a statement.
No, he's asking a question. Question 1976
Yes.
Dodge B300 360 barely idles in gear.
Okay, here's your easiest way to diagnose what is wrong with it, okay? With the engine running and fully warmed up, okay? Trickle a tiny bit of gas into the carburetor. It's going to do one of two things. It'll either die or it'll speed up and run smooth for a second. You know what? This is a video.
Yeah,
I have to do this video. This is a good video.
Yeah.
Right, listen to me. Get it to barely run. Get it to where it's just sitting there, right? And then just a few drops of gas down the carburetor. Okay? If it dies, you know that the carburetor is dumping fuel. If it runs smooth, then you know that there's an internal passage blocked in the distributor or in the carburetor. If there's no change at all, it's going to be in your ignition system. Yeah?
Nah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, that was an ambulance here. Let's see. Hooray for new content.
Yay.
Making new content, Tony?
I have tons of new content. We have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I really don't have any content, and I
We
just make
steal
the
it
stuff
from
up as we go along
everybody.
and steal it from other people,
Yeah.
I have a lot of it lined up.
Yeah, we watch everybody else's videos, and then Tony was like, write this down. Hurry up. Get the camera. Let's see. We're running out of content. Yep. Content is entirely overrated.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It takes a lot of work to do a video and put it up.
Doing a video isn't a lot of work. Doing a video is easy. It's getting to where you got the video up. Because you got to think the whole thing through ahead of time. You got to figure out what's this topic going to be. And then how do I make this topic understandable? And how do I make it clear and linear? You know, and then once you put all that together in your head, then you got to talk to the freaking camera. And it's like, that's the hard part. That's the hard part. Actually making the videos is easy.
Oh, now the person that asked you that last question, do you remember what it was? Because...
No.
Oh, okay, the 76, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob, all right, I'm finding it, because he responded. He says, idle's fine in park and neutral. I want to bring it. Carb has been rebuilt. Bring it where?
I don't really want to bring it.
I don't know.
But I'm telling you what to try. Trickle a little gas in there and see what happens. If it smooths up, it means it's lean for whatever reason. You know, it could be a vacuum leak. It could be the idle mixture screws are not adjusted right. It could be a clogged internal passage. If on the other hand, you trickle a couple of drops in there and it dies, it means it was already fat to begin with and you just drove it over the edge with a couple of drops. So either way, that'll tell you, that'll put you in the direction that you need to be looking at.
Joe K says, how do you make it where you hope everyone got something out of it, out of that?
How do I make it?
That you hope someone got something out of that.
Say that again now?
How do you make it so you hope someone got something out of that?
Well, because when I do a video, I'm trying to I'm trying to make it valuable. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? It's like, so this morning, okay, I worked on the Charger. I couldn't go to the junkyard this morning, and I worked on the Charger. So I did things to it that I'm not going to say now because they'll be in the video tomorrow. But when I told Kathy what I had done, she exploded on me.
I didn't explode on
You got mad. You got
I
mad.
didn't get mad.
You were like,
You exaggerate so much.
she was like, why didn't you video that?
I did say, why didn't you video that? I did.
Right. Okay. And
They're laughing.
I didn't video it because there was nothing. It was. So
I would have said to video it, but you had done it before I knew anything about it. So Dickie Farley's laughing. Everybody's laughing.
here's how this works. And because I'm in the YouTube business, I watch a lot of YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
right? At least I try to. And fireworks.
Yeah, fireworks. Making the dogs bark.
So here's the thing, right? I watch videos of guys doing stuff, right? And I'm like always saying to myself, get to the point. Get to the point.
But that's just you.
Right? So in other
That's
words,
not everybody.
so it's going to be a 20-minute video, right? A 15, 20-minute video.
You're talking so fast right now.
Who
And
is?
you're agitated. Which is the whole point of me being like, well, maybe you should have videoed that. Because you do things so quickly. And then people are like, well, why didn't you show this? Or why didn't you show that? Because they're trying to learn like how stuff is done and they want to see the process. So it might not have been a big thing, but it's part of the story. And I think that that's why I was like, why didn't you film that part?
I understand that. But I watch videos that are like 15 minutes long, and out of that 15 minutes, there's
Yes,
3
it's
minutes.
ADD, yes.
It's what?
UT is ADD. I said yes.
I watch a 15-minute video, and out of that 15
Start the
minutes,
timer.
and out of that 15-minute video, 3 minutes of it is useful, right?
No, I know, I agree.
Okay.
But
And because what it is it's like they'll explain what they're going to do. I'm going to do this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's 10 minutes of fast motion.
yeah, no, I hate that.
Get absolutely nothing out of that.
Yeah.
Now, okay. So let's just say you're doing an adventure sort of video.
Right, that's different.
Okay.
We're not
That's
talking
different.
about
That's different. So like let's
But
say
this, how long did it take you to do that part that you didn't film? How long was it? How long did it take you?
about 4 hours.
Took you 4 hours?
It
What?
took-
No.
I worked on it for about 4 hours.
No, but that one part.
Oh, that one part?
Yeah.
I don't know, 30 seconds?
Right, so if that would have been 30 seconds tagged on the beginning of the video, and that would have been it.
Okay, but we could simulate that. So tomorrow, when you watch
We're not
tomorrow's
simulating
when you watch
anything.
tomorrow's video and you see the first like 15 or 20 seconds of it, know that that's not real.
Oh, stop.
Okay, that's not real. I already did it, but through
John
through-
M says 4 hours and you didn't film it. Oh, the content.
No, but wait a second. So
Oh, you're
so
funny.
now look. I'll tell you what.
Oh, gee, relax.
No.
Take it down a couple
I'm going to
notches.
duplicate. I'll tell you what. I'm going to duplicate right now what I did for 4 hours. Okay, this is what
No,
I
I'm
did.
not telling you to do
This is
4
what I did.
hours
This is
of
what I
it.
did. Pretend this lighter is a hammer. Okay? Pretend this lighter is a hammer. So for 4 hours I did this.
I didn't say to film that. Oh, it's funny. Yeah, is that what you did? Did you not put a hole in the wall? Oh, brother. Okay, Tony, we get the idea. We get the idea.
No, but see, that's what I did.
Why are you yelling?
Because
Because why?
so I value my viewers' time so greatly. And this is what people don't understand, okay?
He's having a seizure.
I value my viewers' time so greatly
Yeah, he does this every Sunday night, yes.
that I will not subject them to dead air. What I
No,
consider to be dead air.
I didn't say to film that part. I just said to film, the major part.
The major part.
major action. Yeah. Okay, well now you're telling
Here,
everybody
look,
what you did.
I'm duplicating.
Okay. Start my timer, I know.
Okay.
He's complaining about me yelling.
I am not going to waste my viewers' time on that.
Oh.
It just ain't going to friggin' happen. I make
would
sure.
never tell you to waste your viewers' time.
What?
I would never tell you to do that.
I know that.
So why are you acting like this?
Because people are like, we want to watch you work. Fuck you.
Tony.
Go watch other people work. I'm not doing videos for your voyeurism. I'm doing videos.
Tony.
I'm doing videos to share my knowledge or share my experience. And I value my viewers' time too much to put B-roll in there.
I didn't
See what I'm
say
saying?
B-roll. Oh my goodness, Tony, calm down. You gotta calm down.
All right.
Over dramatic reaction. He's Italian.
I'm Italian.
Subscribers
It's what
just
we do.
dropped. Yes.
It's what we do.
Tony triggered. Read.
Hello, humans. Hello,
Oh
humans.
my goodness. Read.
I get triggered with that because I hear that a lot. That's
Nobody's said it. Like this is all in your head.
No, it comes up in
Oh
comments.
no, Caleb unsubscribed.
Oh no. No, but seriously, when I plan a video in my head, right? If it's a 10-minute long video, it's going to be 10 minutes of solid information. There's going to be history, procedure, numbers. What? You're about to be mean to me.
I'm not gonna be mean to you. You gotta calm down.
I get triggered over certain things.
Okay. He says, just kidding, I subscribed even harder. Okay, awesome. Oh my goodness. Perfection is Dada Le Breton. I hope I said that right. Oh my goodness, Tony. He isn't even wound up. Could you imagine? He's not even mad right now.
I'm not mad.
He's not even mad. Imagine when he's not mad.
I'm not mad. But like,
Actually, he's quiet when he's mad.
yeah, if I'm mad, I don't say anything.
He
I don't make
doesn't
any
talk.
sounds at all.
Yeah.
You can actually
Nothing.
I'm
You
silent.
can't
So,
hear him breathe.
I'm silent, so you can actually hear the seething.
Right.
So if I'm yelling,
It's true.
if I'm yelling, it generally means that I'm not mad
Yeah,
at all.
you're not mad.
I'm just trying to get a point across. Then when I stop yelling, that's when I'm mad.
Just so you can hear the seething.
Just so you can hear the seething. No, but seriously, when I plan a video, because I put a lot of thought into this stuff, and when I plan a video, I want to make sure that if this video is 10 minutes long, there is 10 minutes of solid information through that
I think
whole
that
thing.
people get that.
Not the ones who are like, we want to watch you do the work.
Oh, well, there's some people.
Well, fuck you, go
Oh,
away.
right.
There's 10,000 automotive channels on YouTube where you watch people do the work.
Right.
Right.
TikTok is blown up. Get on TikTok. I don't know who can handle TikTok.
There isn't
It's
enough.
mostly kids that
Honestly,
wouldn't
there
be
isn't-
interested in what Tony has
Yeah.
to say.
That's what I said. TikTok doesn't pay enough.
Yeah.
None of them do. I would be on Rumble right now, except Rumble doesn't pay enough. And this is a business, and we have to pay the bills.
People don't like that either.
I get that.
Andy says I can't work and do video. I know. Right. I know.
Well, that too.
Yeah, that too.
Because when you're working, you're in your own headspace. You know what I'm saying? You're in your own headspace.
Doug's maintenance shop says, Tony, between you and VGG, Derek, you guys are my adult auto shop instructors. Cool.
Well, see, Derek does a completely
something
different type of
different,
thing. You know?
Tony can't.
I
do
can't
that
do
slowly.
it. Oh, God, no. I can't. God bless him, he can. I can't.
Yeah,
I
he's a
can't.
much calmer person.
I just watched one that he did the other day where he was working on, what the hell was he working on? I don't remember what he was working on. It doesn't make any difference. But he was working on something, and he was in the same location for like 3 days working on this vehicle. I would have flipped my shit after 5 hours, 6 hours. Like, that would be my absolute limit, and it's just like, throw this thing on the trailer. And
Yeah,
get
we're
the hell out of
done.
here. I'm done, right? Because I don't
Tony doesn't have patience
I have
like
no,
that.
I have no patience. Did I say 5 or 6 hours? 20 minutes.
20
20 minutes.
It's true. Mr. Classic Car Enthusiast says, some people don't have an attention span long enough for UTG. Tony's videos are some of the few that I watch start to finish. Also, I thought TikTok was just porn and CCP spying. Pretty much.
Oh yeah. And those are the good parts of it.
That's true. The attention span. Okay, because sometimes you talk about a lot of technical things like that you have to pay attention to, or why bother watching the video? So it takes effort sometimes to watch our videos.
Well, I mean, what can I tell you?
No, I know. It's not just voyeurism. It's not just you can relax and really not pay attention and not lose your place.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
If you click on one of my videos,
Yeah,
I
you
want
better
you to
pay
be-
attention.
Yeah, I want you to be challenged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not for everybody, and I don't try to be for
Right,
everybody.
you
I
can't
try
say-
to be for people who really want the information.
Right.
Not so much to people, want to watch me hit a hammer, you know what I mean? No, that's just not my thing. Mm-hmm. Bad Chad does a good job of that. right? Whether you like him or not, or you like what he does, the work that he does or not, it doesn't make any difference. He's good with that. Bad Chad is very good at actually doing the work and explaining what the work as he's going through it. Um, but you also have to remember that we're not all the same.
Yeah,
We're
everybody's
not,
different.
we're wired differently. So I'm wired for a certain type of thing. He's wired for a certain type of thing. Derek is wired for a certain type of thing. We're all wired for different things. And that's where the
Right.
variety comes from.
Right. Ari says it's kind of weird having people view your process. I really hate when I'm in my process of elimination and folks come up over my shoulder and tell me I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I like to play on like a lot of different like trial and error things that wouldn't translate to video, because now I have to explain what I'm doing. Why are you taking that? Why are you taking that 2x4 and jamming in, or why are you doing it? I don't want to have to explain every little bit.
Tony's not chatty, believe it or not.
No.
He's not chatty.
No, when I'm
Some people love that. Tony has a hard time with that.
Yeah, people will get mad at me. Like they'll think I've had people work with me in the shop. Like, okay, so like there's no exaggeration. This is the truth, and you can talk to anybody who's ever spent any time with me in a shop. I will literally spend an entire day and not say a word. You know what I mean? I just I'll say good morning. You know what I mean? Of course, you'd be polite and all of that. But let's just say you were with me in the shop, right? And I'm not saying that this is every day, but I'll come in, I'll say good morning. Like the sun is out or whatever it happens to be. I'll make that little small talk, and then that's it.
You're done for the day.
I am done talking for the day, and I have literally gone entire days with people around me, like working and stuff like that, and not said a word. And people think that I'm mad. It's like, why isn't he talking to me?
You're a jerk.
Or he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
No, I'm in my own head.
Yes, that's how he is. I do the same thing.
That's the place I want to be.
If you get lost in something, like the whole world goes away. So.
Yeah, I guess I see in the comments all the time. Oh man, I'd love to work with Tony. We'd have some beers and really kick it around and.
That's how normal people are.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, Tony's not.
I'm not like that.
I'm not like that either when I work.
If I'm in my shop, man, it's a zone of silence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to talk about anything. I just want to be in my world.
David Oldblum says, Tony, suffice it to say, you're a teacher and Derek is an entertainer. That's simple.
Yes.
Derek is very entertaining.
He is, and that's why he's got the kind of audience that he does.
Yeah. You guys couldn't be more different though, personality-wise. Let's see. If I'm super concentrated, I can hear people standing right near me. I know, right? Right? I was filming something. Remember, we were outside and I was filming and I could feel somebody walk up behind me. Because if you're focused, like you can feel people move around you even though you can't see them or you really hear them. And I was like, oh my God, there's somebody standing behind me. Are they going to walk into frame? I was like, oh.
It's a disturbance in the force.
Yeah, some people are really sensitive to that type of stuff.
Yeah, it happened to me. It happened to me the other day. This is maybe like a week ago, and I was shooting something off the GoPro, and I was like 3/4 of the way through. It was more than 3. It was like 15, 18 minutes into this thing, and I felt a disturbance in the force, and I stopped. And I looked over and Buffalo Campo and Kim from Kim Fixes Thing. I'd come to the shop to pick up something, whatever it happened to be. But I sensed that Kim was standing at the other side of the shop.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Kim didn't make a sound.
Right.
But I was in the middle of doing my thing, and I sensed that there was another person in the room, and I lost like a complete train of thought, everything, and that was the end of that.
Yeah. Some people are just like that, very sensitive to what goes on. Tony, most of the time.
Franco, how many of those do you have?
The circus worked at night. It's got my hair on it.
Does it?
Yeah.
Franco knows that tune all too well.
Franco's saying, Tony, most of the time the circus worked at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. Sure. Dee Dee Speed Chop.
Diddy Speed Shop.
Did your eyes light up in your glasses when you sensed them come in?
You like that one, right?
Oh, it was hilarious. I was crying.
What,
I was crying when I saw that.
what happened was they started shooting the video, right? And so the GoPro has a screen that you can watch yourself in, and so I glanced up at it because what I do is I looked just under the camera, right? So because if you look above the camera or directly at the camera, you look like you're insane. So I look just below the camera and I don't focus on it, but I caught the reflection of the glasses in my eyes early on in the video.
It was like a Twilight Zone Uncle Tony. I know, it was perfect.
And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna send this.
And what happened was I was editing, but like I loaded the video and I told Tony, watch it, see if it needs anything and let me know because it was Christmas and I was running around doing tons of stuff. And he's like, no, it's good. So I was like, okay, fine. I clipped off the end and sent it. And then later, he's like, did you see the video? And I'm like, no. And I'm laying on the couch. He puts it on. And I was like, I was in freaking tears. I was like, are you serious? Is that the video we put up today? Oh, Franco says we had a piston barrel. When it filled up, we dump it out and reuse the ones at the bottom.
Yeah, there you go.
Dee Dee Speech Up says, haha, I loved it. Well, we loved what you did with the photo. That was great. What's up, Zero?
Zero, what's happening, man?
I don't know. I hope people got a kick out of that video. I would not be able to pay attention to that.
I just,
All I could do is focus on your glasses.
I'm telling you, I was there, I'm in the zone, and I'm like, and I'm seeing it in the glasses, and I'm like, send it. Send it.
Oh, Tony. Spike Motorsports is watching from Southeast Arizona.
What's happening, Spike?
Let's see. Yeah, so when is Dee Dee moving to warmer weather?
We're waiting. We got all of our guest accommodations ready for you.
Yeah. Dee Dee, are you still under ice? I'm sure they're going to be under ice for a long time. Oh, funny.
What's great is that he's able to take time from fighting off the woolly mammoths and the saber-toothed tigers and all of that to come and do videos.
This is true. He says so much ice. Dee Dee has so much ice.
It was like 70 degrees here today.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I was out on a motorcycle and I was wearing a jacket.
We're sorry you have ice.
Why am I wearing a jacket?
Yeah, it was gorgeous out. Days are getting longer now. Yeah, thank God. Thinking about the garden already. Ari says their shop is actually where they filmed the intro to Empire Strikes Back. I never saw that. Close to New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. Love Tennessee. Beautiful day today. Yeah, it was gorgeous. What's happening with the Mission Impossible 318?
I have to get together with Andy and David. I've completely lost track of anything that's going on there because I've got my little fires that I'm putting out. But I'm going to get together with Andy sometime over the next couple of days and catch up.
Dee Dee speech up here, Dee Dee speech up here, Dee Dee speech up here, yes.
How come I'm not wearing a DD Speed Shop shirt?
They're cleaning in the drawer. You can just grab one if you want.
I was wearing a DD Speed Shop shirt with the glasses.
Were you wearing it that day?
Yes.
That's good. I'm glad that you've started wearing other black t-shirts
Yes.
than just ours. Let's see. Let's see. 50s in Detroit today. Yeah, I heard it was warm everywhere. Even in New York, I think. I saw somebody post something. UTG t-shirt is my favorite. Awesome. Thank you, Chuck. We need to do another shirt now for the new year. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't know yet.
We're so lazy.
Yes.
Like, no, but really, we
We
need
just
help.
like to lay around.
We need help.
Smoke dope, contemplate our feet.
We need a lot of help. Okay, so the other t-shirt that I was going to do, Flux t-shirts, Joe Brennan says, was going to be, you're waiting on a Manhattan Speed Shop shirt. We can't sell those.
We can't sell those.
That's not our design. We give them away. to people, but we can't sell those. Test mule shirts. Tony doesn't want any cars on the
I don't have to
shirts.
put any of our cars on.
Tony's very particular about what goes on our t-shirts,
Yes.
which is why we don't have a lot. Out of content, Ari says. Very nice. T-shirt 2023, send content. Can't you see I'm trying to work? That was the other one that we were going to do. Yeah. Roll up your windows. Nobody knows what it is, Danny Boy. Only a small amount of people know what that is.
My favorite one is the I Hate Cars shirt.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go,
like
that's
it.
a conversation starter.
This is not financial advice. Where grease is gold. Kidneys beware. Let's see. Make a shirt of Tony breaking a guy's knees over an orange. What?
I never broke anybody's knees
See,
over
this
an
is how
orange.
stuff gets started.
I had a fight over
an
an
orange.
orange, but I didn't
It's
break anybody's knees.
No,
over an
I'm not him. But then you'd have to sell the hat with the ponytail to go along with it.
Yeah.
No, it's a package. No, I'm not him. Nice. Save your kidneys, help your liver, maybe. Dakota says he's just kidding.
Let's get out of here.
And I buy the burnt merchandise.
We need a shirt that just says, let's get the hell out of here. That's, like, not lying. I'm not even making this up just a little bit, right? This is a guy's on the street.
We get someplace and that's what you say.
Kathy's like, right. Kathy's my witness. It's like, wherever we're going, it doesn't make any difference. Wherever we're going, whatever we're doing. As soon as I get there, I look at her and I say, let's get the hell out of here. It's the God's honest truth. It's like, we were just talking about my script, right? And how he's able to spend like days in a location and do stuff, and I'm like,
No.
I watch him do his thing, and I start getting all nervous. And
Yeah, it makes you nervous, right?
it makes me nervous.
It's like, come on.
Get the hell out of there. It's like we go on the track. Yeah, so help me, right? The last time we took the car on the track, I swear to God, right? I pulled it off the trailer. I drove it into the station lanes.
Oh my God.
I made one shot. I drove it back around. I drove it up on the trailer, and I said, let's get the hell out of here. And Kathy's like, why? I said, because I got what I wanted.
This is true.
I swear to God, I wanted a pass. I wanted something in the
Oh my
770s, right? This is what I wanted. This is what I went there for. So I got it on my first pass. That's it. I'm done. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
We were at the track that night for, I mean, no exaggeration, less than 20 minutes.
Rick Guest says, this is why I love these chats. You know, he's not making any of this
I'm
up.
not making any of that. But that
I
was,
got out of the car. I was able to walk to the stands.
Yeah.
You came out of the stands. You ran the car. I filmed it. I walked back to the car, and you're like, let's get the hell out of here.
I got what I came for.
I was like, okay.
I got what I came for.
Hilarious, Tony. This is not social advice.
Dallas was saying, like with the slanted nationals, he was like, you know,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah. Oh, please. He was like, oh, Tony pitted all the way out, and he made like 2 passes, and he went home. I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. I don't have time to dilly dally. I got there. I learned what I needed to learn about the car, and then that's it. Now I go home and I fix it.
Peter Kovac says, Tony loves us. Let's get the hell out of here.
That's how I am with everything. That's how I am with everything.
But like, that's how you are with like family events.
No,
Holidays.
That's
no,
not true.
You
That's
have
not
been in the past.
At times,
At
yes.
times, yeah.
At times.
See you tomorrow. A man's gonna know his limitations.
Yeah, this is. I'm out. I go. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Well, or if I'm going to learn, you know what I mean. So I don't know what it's going to do. So let's see what it's going to do. And rather than beat my dick against the wall trying to make it do things that it's not going to do that day, it's like, okay, I learned enough. Now let's go home.
Yeah, like you can't really plan anything.
No.
No, to be like,
No,
we're gonna do this, and no, there's no itinerary in the UTG life.
Right.
It's like, let's do it, do it.
So we go to Carlisle, right? We've gone to Carlisle a couple of times, and it's like I blast through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Run through it. Yep.
Literally, I don't jog, but I come as close to
But
jogging
like,
as
I
possible.
think we've always been like that. Remember when we took the kids to Disney when they were little? When we ran through the parks like we were insane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they just like they hated us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how we are. We just like we hit everything. It's like I think there's something wrong with us.
That's just how I'm wired. I can't help it.
Yeah, yeah.
This was a vacation. So we got in the car, drove 14 hours down to Orlando, got out of the car, went to SeaWorld.
SeaWorld. We got out of the car and walked into SeaWorld.
Went to SeaWorld.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spent the day there.
Spent the day there. Went back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Crashed for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up in the morning, and we hit Disney and the Epcot Center.
No, not that one when they were babies. That was when they were older.
Well, we hit the
There's
Magic
nothing
Kingdom,
at the Epcot Center.
and then we hit something else. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, Universal Studios.
Universal
We
Studios.
did both of them.
Yeah, we
in one
did
day.
the Magic Kingdom, and then we did Universal Studios, and then we got in the car
We
and drove
drove
14
home.
hours back.
14 hours?
14
More than
hours.
that.
No, it was 14 hours.
Are you
From-
sure?
Yeah, from Staten Island to Orlando was 14 hours.
It's 14 hours from here to Staten
Yeah,
Island.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's how I do everything. That's how I do everything.
Let's see. Life is unscripted, yes. Life is unscripted. That's from City Living. You know, you're probably right.
I haven't changed. I've lived here for 20 years, and I haven't changed.
Well, he's saying that's from city living, from growing up in the city.
Oh,
That's
possibly.
probably why we're like that. Move it. Go, go, go.
That's how I get as much done in my life
No, I
as I
know.
do.
I know. No, I think that's probably what it is because we grew up under that kind of, and plus the nitro stuff, because you had to always be
Always
like
had to be
on,
on.
and you had to move because like it was deadly, so you had to always be like on edge, and I honestly think that changed us a
It's
little
possible.
bit. Yeah.
I don't know. But that was the other thing too. Because I worked for so many different cars and so many different, I never knew what was going to be next.
Yeah.
It was like, go, get it done.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of there and get ready for the next thing.
Right. Well, we had this conversation with our granddaughter recently, right? Because she wasn't listening. She didn't move when you
Yeah.
told her to move. And what happened?
Dropped her off home.
Yeah, because you're like, if something dangerous is going to happen, you need to listen to us and move when
Yeah.
we tell you to move.
So my Caitlin, she's 7.
Yeah.
And I forgot exactly what it was. We were going to go, we were going to go Christmas shopping.
We're in the
And-
supermarket.
Oh no, yeah, that's right. We were in the supermarket, and she wanted to ride on the side of the car, and I had the little one in the car, and Caitlin's 7. So the little one is 3. So Caitlin wanted to ride in the car or on the car at the same time. And I says,
And
no.
the place is packed.
Yeah, the place is packed. You
Packed with
you
people.
can't do that. You got to walk. Go with Gigi and go walk, go shop. She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't get off the car. So I said, okay, and then turn around and we dropped her off home. So you got to listen.
Yeah, because if she's in the shop, something goes wrong.
Exactly.
We tell her to move or listen or do something, they got to do it.
You got to do it right, exactly. It's for her own safety. If you're going to be around cars and machines and tools and everything else, if I say stop, or if I say go, or I say whatever it is,
You do
it's
it.
not because I'm trying to control you or I'm trying to get you, when I say jump, you say how high. It's not like that. is that if you're going to be around me and you're going to be in my shop, you're going to be around these cars and everything, then if I say stop, it means stop. It means that you
Freeze in place.
freeze in place because this is going to fall over, or that's going to catch fire, or this is going to, or you're going to impale yourself on whatever it happens to be, or you're going to get run over. So she has to learn to respond instantly and not be defiant.
Yeah. That was fun. Let's see. Here in America, we have naked crackheads walking into your home and robbing you for your goods. What? Where did that come from?
San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. John M. says, I was always wicked nervous with my kids when my kids were near me working on cars. Yeah, because like they'll touch stuff. They're curious.
The girls love being in the shop. So Crystal will be like, she'll be printing shirts and she'll leave the girls and the girls will come in the shop with me. And they love running around. They love playing in the cars and doing all of this stuff. So it's like, it's not like they're, strangers to this type of environment, but they have to be,
Franco says, Tony, the axe you ran with, you needed good survival instincts.
Yes, you certainly did.
Let's see. How much crying did she do on the way home? Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was sad, but it had to be done.
Yeah. I felt really bad about it, but, it's the thing when the kids are that age, if you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. You can't like, oh, well, no, you gotta be a dick about it.
Well, her reasoning is that her mom lets her do it, but because we said no,
right,
she wasn't gonna go with that. So we had to kind of tell her that, like, when you're with us, you have to listen to us. Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't get any joy out of that. But again, if you sit with a kid that age, when they're 6, 7, 8 years old like that, if you say you're going to do something, you better do exactly that.
Growing up with my mom and dad, cars was a part of her life, whether her dad was fixing them, junking them, or building one for somebody, and I learned the same way about listening. Yeah, there's lots of dangerous stuff. Let's see. Oh, okay, that comment was made for somebody else. Me must have loved.
And I really want them to be involved.
Right.
Not that either of them, I don't have a Kim LaHaye in there, right?
No.
Between the two of them. But the point is, they do like being around the cars. They like being in the shop. They like being around the tools and everything. And I want them to be involved.
Yeah, I've got to keep an eye. They touch everything. They do. They touch everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you're rolling a cigarette. Okay. You gotta have discipline from the start with kids. If you lose them, you lose them. Yeah. See, my daughter and I rebuilt on the snowblower carb. She loved it. Cool. My son said, I'm like Earl from My Name is Earl, always trying to make amends. Remember that show? That was a good show.
I never watched it.
You never watched it?
No, I know you did.
Yeah, it was a good show. Let's see. I saw the San Francisco. They're talking to one another. Roll up your windows and cigarettes. You miss Earl. It's a long time ago. Let's see. All right, so we're almost done. We're 2 hours in.
You're kidding me. That flew.
Yeah.
And look.
Did you yell at me?
I didn't have to. You weren't.
I think you were the one that was yelling.
I wasn't yelling at you. I was just. I get a little.
Oh.
I'm Italian. I can't help it.
You're Italian. Don't use that as an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's a fact.
Dakota says that was a great show. Yeah.
Thank you, man.
No, not you, Earl. My name is Earl. Not you. Not us. We're not a great show. You're just passionate, Terrence Seymour says. Mm-hmm.
Well, Italians are known for that.
Yes. Tony, does the Moto have a rear sway bar?
No.
Zero says, I believe this current lot of kids are the lease kids. Remember those? Tied to the hip. My child's just hung out with me. Never needed a lease ever.
Leash.
Oh, leash. Oh, okay. Leash. Next Sunday evening? Yeah, we'll be here.
Every Sunday night
Every
at
Sunday
7 o'clock.
Or 7-ish sometimes,
7-ish,
depending
but,
if we're running late. Okay. What's on the UT? Did you see the review on the 1970 Pontiac T37 white on white 455 HO? Beautiful car.
I did not see it, but that was Jim Campazano did that one. I know Jim for almost 35 years.
How common are 727s for small blocks?
Not so much. You find them in trucks. You'll never. The only small blocks that came with the 727s were in cars were 340s and 360s, early 318s. But no, they're not. They're not that common. They're around. I got a couple of cores now.
Let's see. Got to keep the Sunday Night Live going. Yes.
Well, you could go to Ari's channel
Yeah.
after hours. He does the after the Tony show.
What's the easiest way to pass a sniffer test come emissions?
I don't know, bro. I never.
We don't have them anymore
Yeah.
here. I don't know.
I used to get cars through inspections in New York, but I mean
That's New York. They don't do
yeah,
that
this is
everywhere.
that's 20-something years ago. I haven't had to worry about that since.
Let's see. Do you know the guy that played the role as Earl and My Name is Earl was a pro skateboarder when he was younger? I heard that. I did. I heard that. No DeSoto. I put him inside.
I would have been a pro skateboarder, except I have absolutely no sense of balance whatsoever.
0.
Yeah. But imagine what could have been.
Oh my goodness. All right. You ready, Tony?
I'm born ready. I'm just waiting for stuff to happen.
Okay. Well, I hope everybody has a happy new year.
Yes. Happy New Year to everybody.
Everybody go over to Ari's channel.
Yes, for after the Tony show. And as always, Ari, Fubar Zero, guys, thank you so much. And our audience, everybody who contributed, I hate even call them an audience. Please, I don't want to call you my audience. I don't like that term.
That was terrible. You called them our audience.
Yeah.
I'm upset about that now.
To all of our friends who popped in tonight, thank you. Everybody with Super Chat, thank you so much. It keeps the wheels turning. We greatly appreciate it. And everybody who contributed just with your presence and your conversation, and thank you equally. And we have a lot of content. All of a sudden, we got content of the giggy.
You got to give Kiwi some content because of all the content you stole.
Yes,
from
I have to
her.
give. Yes, well, many things coming with Kiwi also. So
Get the hell out of here.
get out and stop stealing my content.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us.
Yes,
I hope you had a happy new year.
yes. Happy New Year to all, and that's it. We're
That's
out of here.
it. I think Ari's having a live now.
Yes, go to Ari's channel.
Ari
for a live.
DeBernia.
Yes.
I hope I said that properly. All
Good
right.
night, all.
Good night, everyone. Happy New Year.